Hello, this is Teddygaming, and welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tales of TMNT Volume 2, issue number 64, The Burning Man. And with this one, it really feels like a Tales of TMNT kind of issue. And what I mean by that is that with most issues of the Tales of TMNT stuff, it normally feels like something that it wants to do something with a story which wants to do much bigger, like an ongoing kind of story, or the stories which are just stories that just happen that don't really feel like they're worth putting in for Tales of TMNT kind of stuff. But with this one, it really does feel like a Tales of TMNT kind of story, because we get to see Mikey telling the events of how he basically broadcast himself on TV, on radio, destroying a ancient Japanese demon on TV. It's a very weird kind of story that I feel like works really well for the Tales of TMNT kind of stuff, and especially with how it's been executed. I think that's my main point with all this, is that the way that it's executed is more the way that I feel like it works for Tales of TMNT kind of stuff compared to other issues. So yeah. Okay, so for this story, we do get to see Mikey telling the viewer how basically he was able to attack a flaming Japanese demon that came from a vase and stuff like that, and he stopped it on national TV. And yeah, so with this story, he's getting blamed by Leo because he was spotted on TV, and to be honest, that's understandable why. But that's when we do get to see Mikey tell the viewer basically, no, not really. It wasn't all my fault entirely. Actually, it was kind of Leo's fault, really. And that's when he goes into explaining how it all went down. And for the most part, it was, I don't know. It was really cool to see how it happened. And there was quite a few stylistic choices in here which I did quite enjoy, because do get to see at one point where I do get to see Mikey talking to Leo about the plan with the Foot Clan and stuff like that. It was done in this very kiddie stickman drawing kind of thing, which I thought was pretty good to show that this is definitely all Mikey's interpretation of the whole thing that went down. Pretty interesting and cool. And I wish they did do a lot more kind of stuff like this, where we do get to see it from the Turtles' point of view, but in a very drastic art style kind of situation kind of thing. So I did enjoy that kind of thing there. So that's when we do get to see the events of how it happened, and we do get to see Leo and Mikey, they're fighting a foot, and that's when Leo throws the shuriken up to one of the foot members, and the foot member drops the vase and it breaks, and that's how the demon got out. So after that, we do get to see Mikey. He goes back to the lair to talk to Don about everything, and there's not really too much to it. So that's when Mikey goes up to try and stop the demon, and that's when things go from bad to worse in this kind of situation, because Mikey finds a demon and finds out where the vase was going, and so everything is going down on this one building, and we do get to see Mikey is about to it basically goes over the edge, and that's when Mikey climbs up, and he sees that the man, he now has magical powers. He goes over to a demon, more or less hugs him, and the demon evaporates and stuff like that. And I'm just not too sure what to really say about this. And we do get to see most of this events happen on TV, how it's being played out, and how all of the destruction happened on TV, which is pretty cool. But at the same time, there's so many questions about the man with his magical powers to take on a fire demon thing from Japan and all that kind of stuff, which there's so many questions that it raises, which I guess is a good thing, but also at the same time, I'm just not too sure what to really make of it just yet, because yeah, so yeah, but there's that. And we never do get to see a natural proper resolution to the whole Mikey getting spot on TV or anything like that. But he does admit to one fault of his own, which was parking the van in front of a I don't know. I think he got the van got a parking ticket, but I think it got I don't know the reason why. I think it was just because it was parked illegal or something like that. But either way, I did find that to be pretty funny, stuff like that. So there's that. And then there was a little epilogue bit where we do get to see at the end the man with the magical powers. He goes into a room with full of other ninjas, I want to say, and they're yes, we're gonna kill the Foot Clan and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I guess that's kind of good. But also at the same time, because we only got, I believe I want to say it's 5 issues left for this series. I'm not too sure if we'll be seeing a wrap-up and conclusion to a storyline. I doubt it, so I'm somewhat looking forward to this storyline, but at the same time, I'm not, because I don't want to get myself like really excited and hyped up for nothing if it doesn't happen. So, you know, there's that. So, yeah, so overall this issue, it was a pretty decent one for the most part, and like I said, I really did enjoy this issue for how it executed its ideas in terms of like showing the whole story from Mikey's point of view and telling it from how he's like saw the whole thing, and then even going as far to even do like different art styles for, I wouldn't say necessarily say like different art styles for this whole issue, but it's like for one page. I thought it was like very creative to show like Mikey's thought process behind certain things. And I definitely would like to see a lot more of this throughout this whole issue, like seeing different art styles for different situations. I feel like that would have been pretty cool to see how Mikey would like see the like different situations, but I guess it is what it is and stuff like that. But with that being said, I do really feel like this whole way which they told the story was really great, and I definitely would like to see a lot more of this kind of stuff like throughout this whole series, really, because I feel like this way which they executed this whole story was really perfect, and if anything, was really on brand for what I expected for Tales of Timothy, not just some random adventures which just put in there for the fun of it. And I feel like had they put this like execution in through like all the other issues, I feel like this series would have been like really interesting, and just like seeing how each tool operates and stuff like that. But sadly it isn't that way, so again, it is what it is, so yeah. But yeah, I guess that's it. So yeah, and then even for Jim Lawson's art style, so this was something which I did mention in the last video, which I found to be pretty interesting, because for the most part you can tell that is Jim Lawson's art style with the very blockiness of the arms and stuff like that. But at the same time, I really feel like in like the heads, it's definitely changing, and it's becoming a lot more, I don't know how to best describe it, I think maybe 87, a build like 2007-ish, I want to say. It's like definitely different compared to how he normally draws the heads, which I think is really great. A little bit bad because like, not like keeping to consistency, but at the same time, he is improving, so there's that. But yeah, overall for this issue, I found this issue to be like really great and really enjoyable. And I think that had this whole way which they executed the ideas or telling the story this way been executed in the other issues, I feel like this whole series would be a lot higher on my list in terms of Timothy's stuff overall, but unfortunately it isn't. And while I don't think that this is one of the best told stories ever, I do definitely think that this issue is a really good issue, definitely on the higher end for Tales of Timothy kind of stuff. But I don't think it's a great issue, but it has definitely really good execution. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's it for today, guys. If it doesn't, please share, let's subscribe and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.